You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but sometimes you just need to show people that you can change when they least expect it. Here's the story of how I stopped letting someone take advantage of me and made a big change in my life. Personal growth isn't just about self-improvement. It's about recognizing when someone's using you and knowing when enough is enough. This is a story of how I learned to stand up for myself and take control of my own life. It's about a relationship that nearly broke me, but in the end, it empowered me. It started innocently enough, but slowly, I started noticing how much of myself I was giving away. At first, I thought it was just love being there for someone, supporting them. But over time, I realized that I was being used. She would take from me, but I was left with nothing. It was always her needs that came first. I was being manipulated, and every time I said no or tried to put my foot down, it was like my boundaries didn't matter. I was working hard, sacrificing my time and energy, but no matter how much I gave, it was never enough. She always had an excuse for why she needed more. It got to the point where I started questioning my worth. Was I just a resource to her? And that's when I had to face the uncomfortable truth. This wasn't love. I wasn't being respected. For a long time, I felt stuck. Every time I tried to walk away, something would pull me back in. But one day, I hit a breaking point. I started to ask myself, why am I allowing this? Why am I putting myself through this? It was a hard realization, but I realized that I didn't need anyone to validate me. I didn't need her approval. I started taking small steps, setting boundaries, saying no when I needed to, and putting myself first for the first time in a long while. I stopped letting guilt control me, stopped letting her manipulate my emotions. And as I did that, I felt stronger. Each day, I felt more like the person I was meant to be, not the person she wanted me to be. The turning point came when she tried to use me again. This time, I didn't budge. I told her no, and for the first time, I wasn't afraid of the consequences. The realization hit me hard. I had the power to make a choice. It wasn't just a change in my actions. It was a change in my mindset. I was no longer going to allow myself to be treated like a doormat. I walked away. I ended things on my terms, and I've never looked back since. It wasn't easy, but it was necessary. The change I made wasn't just about cutting someone out of my life. It was about reclaiming my self-respect. The journey wasn't smooth, but in the end, I found empowerment. I stopped letting someone use me and started taking control of my life. The lesson I learned is simple. If you don't respect yourself, no one else will. And you can't be afraid to make changes when it's necessary for your own growth. If you've ever been in a situation where you felt taken advantage of, share your experience in the comments below. I'd love to hear how you overcame it. And if you're looking for more personal growth stories, be sure to check out my previous video on finding empowerment in difficult situations. Don't forget to like and subscribe.